Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back another video today. And the Charlotte Hornets beat the Los Angeles Lakers 100-97. Great win for the Charlotte Hornets. This was a rescheduled game from January 9th from when the wildfires were happening last month in January. And this was the only game on today's NBA schedule. Originally, there was not supposed to be any games today. And the All-Star break, basketball from the All-Star break was supposed to resume tomorrow, but since the wildfires have happened, NBA post All-Star break basketball started tonight with the Charlotte Hornets and the Los Angeles Lakers. And I definitely thought that this had really good potential for the Hornets to make this a close game and potentially sneak up on the Lakers to the point where they don't get a win, but they keep it close and competitive. I definitely didn't expect the Hornets to actually win this basketball game and for the Lakers to lose it, as the Hornets win 100-97, especially after the first quarter I watched. I thought both teams played really ugly in the first quarter. If you watch the first quarter, now if you look at the Lakers, if you just look at the points, the Lakers did put up 28 points on the board, which is a really good number to have in the first quarter scoring wise. Which it's not. I don't think it's really hard to score 28 points in a quarter when you have Luka and LeBron. But the really ugly part of it was they had 9 turnovers in this first quarter tonight. They had 18 in the game. So half of their turnovers were in the first quarter. It shows how bad it was. And then on the Hornets end, not only did they have 21 points in the first quarter, but the big ugly thing for them in the first quarter was their 3-point shooting. Shot 2 for 17, and they were 1 for 16 before a buzzer beater 3-pointer at the end of the first quarter by Seth Curry. Now their 3-point shooting got better as the game went on, because they finished with 18 threes, shot 18 for 53, shot 34% from 3, which isn't a good percentage. But if you look at quarters 2 through 4, the 3-point shooting was better. I mean, they finished their 3-point shooting was 16 for 36 from quarters 2 to 4. So almost shot near 50% from 3 in quarters 2 to 4, which was a lot better from what they were doing in the first quarter. So I think that made a big difference in Charlotte, making a difference in the second half. I mean, they were down 11 points at halftime. They were down more than that in this game. I think that they were down as big as 13 points in this game. So, getting hot from 3, Bridges knocking down 5, LaMelo knocking down 5, and even Nick Smith Jr., who played a big role in this game tonight, he knocked down 4. Seth Curry knocked down a couple. That really helped them in this game. Now, that was not helping them in the first quarter at all. It was really hurting them. There was a reason why they were down 10 points in the first quarter, down 7 at the end of the quarter. And eventually that ended up helping them later in the game, as they, quarter 2, 3, and 4 shot 16 for 36 from 3. But, turnovers were a problem for the Lakers early on, and for Luka tonight. I mean, Luka had 6 turnovers tonight. He led the Lakers in turnovers. I mean, there was only one player on the Lakers that had half the turnovers Luka had. It was Austin Reeves, who had 3. So I mean, they had 18 turnovers. Luka had 6 of them. But so turnovers were a huge problem in the first quarter, got better as the quarters went on. But 3-point shooting was also another problem for the Lakers tonight. It was a problem for both teams, mainly for Charlotte in the first quarter, but for LA in the entire game. Now, LeBron shot well from 3, but outside of that, and Dorian Finney-Smith as well, but outside of that, the rest of the team, not so much. 15 from 51, 29.4% from 3. And so, yeah. But that's what really hurt the Lakers, was turnovers and poor 3-point shooting. And that's what hurt them in this game as well. Now it was 98-94. Lakers were down 4 points. LeBron knocks down a triple, which was a good thing. And they got a foul. They fouled LaMelo. He makes both free throws. You got to knock down a 3, get it back to LeBron. He takes a 3, misses it. Gabe Vincent comes through with a huge offensive rebound, gives it back to LeBron. He shoots another deep three, misses that as well. So the three hurt them at the end of this game as well. You had to potentially tie the game, send it to overtime. LeBron was the guy they chose to do it 3 straight times. First one went down. When you're trying to tie it, those two didn't go down, and so that hurt. But and that's why the Los Angeles Lakers lose their second straight game to two of the worst teams in the league, Charlotte and Utah. And Charlotte ends up getting rid of a 3-game losing streak and gets their 5th road win of the season. They're 5-19 on the road this year. So absolutely horrendous on the road this year, but still somehow beat the Lakers, who have been terrific at home this year, 19-6 before today. So, yeah. But let's go over the Hornets scoring real quick. LaMelo had 27, 9 for 19, 5 for 13 from the floor. He had 5 rebounds and 6 assists. 10 for Mark Williams, you can't even call him former Laker because that trade wasn't even official. He had 9 rebounds, and that was a big part of tonight. He was definitely better than the other guy that was involved in that trade, Dalton Kennett. He had a very solid 5 rebounds and a steal. But shot 1 for 4 from 3 and 1 for 5 from the floor, 3 points. But Mark Williams looked solid tonight. He also had 2 assists. Bridges had 29 points and 6 rebounds with 5 steals, 9 for 22, 5 for 11 from 3. 4 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist with 2 steals for Josh Green, who shot 2 for 6 from the floor. Nick Smith Jr. had 12 points, like I mentioned. 10 points and 2 for 5 from 3 for Seth Curry, who also had 5 rebounds. Outside of Seth Curry, not a lot of production off the bench. Daquan Jeffries did knock down a 3 in the beginning of the second quarter, and ended up having another 2-point field goal later on in the game. So had 5 points and had an assist. And outside of Jeffries and Seth Curry, there was not a lot of other production off the bench. Solon had 3 points with 6 rebounds. Yusuf Nurkic was really solid with his rebounding and his facilitating and his defense tonight. I thought that was a big part of this win for the Hornets tonight. Definitely not his scoring. Took 3 straight threes, took 3 threes in the span of like 2-3 minutes, and went 0 for 3, and those are the only shots he took in this game tonight. But he was very solid in his 18 minutes on other things, like getting 8 boards, 7 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, and only 1 turnover. So Nurkic, even though his scoring didn't help in this game tonight, obviously, with his 0 for 3 from 3, but other things, Nurkic really helped with some other things in this game tonight. Rui Hachimura was terrific in this game tonight. 17 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal for him. He went 7 for 16, but a terrible 1 for 8 from 3. I mentioned LeBron. LeBron had 26, 11, and 7 tonight. Here's the key thing. Now, I talked about how LeBron was a big reason why they did not send this game to overtime in the game. But if it wasn't for LeBron, this wouldn't even be a close game. The Hornets would have almost won this game by 20 points if it wasn't for LeBron's fourth quarter production. He had only 10 points going into the fourth quarter. He finishes with 26, so 16 fourth quarter points for LeBron. If there's no LeBron in the fourth quarter, Los Angeles loses this game by 19. So he was a big reason why this was a close game in the fourth quarter. He also had 11 assists tonight. He had 7 rebounds. So Luka did some solid things tonight, but he was a big reason why they won. And let's get to Luka himself. Luka is just not comfortable yet as a Los Angeles Laker. I think tonight, as he starts to play way more minutes, tonight played his first ever fourth quarter with the Lakers. His 2 other games against the Jazz did not step on the floor in the fourth quarter. Does that for the first time in this game tonight. So that's a huge thing. This is the first game ever playing down the stretch for the Lakers. But I think he still needs to get comfortable. I think he's getting more comfortable with the facilitating and him facilitating to his teammates. But I don't know if there's a lot of chemistry with his teammates getting him the basketball or him really finding his shot yet. That I think is going to take some time. 5 for 18 tonight, absolutely terrible. 1 for 9 from 3, terrible. It took him. It took him 7 times. 7 threes tonight before he hit one. He was offensively, he's just not there right now. Just scoring wise, he's not there right now, and I think that's kind of expected. Not only when you're playing on a new team for the first time in 7 seasons, and playing on a new team for the first time in your career. Not only that, but you're coming back from an injury that you almost missed 2 months from. It's one thing to come back from a 6-7 week injury. It's another thing to come back from a 6-7 week injury and also having to play for a new team after playing for only one team for 6-7 seasons. So that's tough. And or 6 seasons. Well, this is his 7th season of his career, but 7 seasons. But but I think he's going to get more comfortable. It's going to take some time though. Shooting wise, there has not been a good shooting game for Luka yet. So I would say was his best game tonight because he got in the double digit of rebounding and had 8 assists and got to play in the fourth quarter. But I think it's gonna take a couple more games for him to get going scoring wise. But Dorian Finney-Smith looked good in this game. He had 12 points. Austin Reeves, how about him? Did not look good at all. 3 for 9, 2 for 7 from 3. Shot was not going down for him tonight. But more importantly, in the third quarter, got his first career ejection. So that's tough. And that really recaps this game. It was a tough night for the Lakers. Really tough night. But let me know your thoughts on the game in the comment section, and peace out.